Hello and welcome to the Circle Room. This is Lori Ashworth, and I just wanted to talk today a little bit about how do we keep our children with special needs healthy. Um, Share a little bit about my journey and what I did, and why I did it, and just the blessing behind it all. So, my son Mitchell was diagnosed when he was about 3.5, and he was nonverbal, and so it was trying to decide what supplements I would give him. He stopped eating typical foods, and all he wanted was crackers and things that were not very good for him. And so my biggest priority with him was to find a way to get some nutrients in his body. And so I did some really crazy things. For one, I started working with a nutritionist, and I tried everything. I tried the GAPS diet. I tried, so even just doing the bone broth soup, I did that. And I remember making all this soup, and then, just giving it to him in little drops with a straw. He would not eat it. And with that soup, if you put a little bit in a cup, then it will like firm up. And so then it's really no good unless you keep reheating it. And I didn't want to have to keep reheating it. So it was a real crazy journey that, all these things of trial and error. And so we worked with a nutritionist, and it's like I found out all the information that I would need to create a healthy gut for my son so that his brain would function better, but I couldn't do it. He just wouldn't do it. It was bringing on so much anxiety and resistance and anger, and so I would just not do it. And so we tried that. And right after Mitchell was born, but before his diagnosis, I was involved in a company that taught me a lot about supplements and nutrition and wellness. And so my next thing was, well, can I get some supplements in his body that he would take? I learned that, a lot of our food anyway is depleted from its nutrients. So I'm like, well, if I could get a good quality supplement that he'll take. So that took a while. And then it was, finding a probiotic that he would take. And so I don't know if any of you have been on that journey where it's like, let's try this one. Will he eat this? Because he'll eat this chewy, but will he eat this chewy in a vitamin C? And so I have been on that journey of trying to figure out how I can get this boy what he needs with him resisting so many things. So I'm going to be sharing a lot about that because I think they're great resources that we've been able to find and use that have kept him super healthy. So, but one of the things that I just want to share is one of the major things that we have been able to do is to keep our kids out of the doctor's office and from being sick. Is when Mitchell was around 5, we started using essential oils. And they have been the most important part of our health and wellness. So we keep a diffuser going with a quality essential oil that helps build your immune system. Whenever a cold starts coming on, we are proactive with using oils and also like doing a detox bath so that we can fight off any type of little bug that comes our way. We have all been able to stay out of the doctor's office. I have a child that's 16 and a half right now, another that's 15, a 12-year-old, and Mitchell, who's almost 10. And none of them have been to the doctor since their kindergarten wellness checks. So we are very healthy. We do see a chiropractor, not religiously, but we do, because I think that is, and I'm going to share more about that. I've been learning a lot about the importance of chiropractic adjustments. So that's another thing that's super important. But you guys, the common cold, It's super, super, I know. So the one thing I wanted to explain is the hardest part for me was thinking about my son being sick, thinking about those emergency situations. And so I wanted to be proactive and do anything that I could that he wouldn't even know I was doing. So these oils, I can diffuse them. I can use a little roller on the back of his neck where he doesn't even know that I'm doing it. I could put them on his feet. So for me, my plan of care was always trying to find something that was non-invasive because it wouldn't affect him. Or even not even having to take him to the doctor, but being able to provide the care at home, having those tools that will help him at home. And so, because the scariest thing for me was getting him to the doctor, right? For me, I know a lot of people that is their daily or weekly routine, and they've had to do it because their kids had emergency care that they needed or whatever. But I'm talking about trying to prevent that. There's some times where, kids that are in a more special needs situation, sometimes the hospital and the doctor's office is part of their lives and their journeys. But as far as keeping their immune systems built up, I swear by using the essential oils. And people question the quality and all that. And I've been with this company for several years now. And, they use these on their children. They want the best product out there. They have third parties that come in and test them. And also, it is so hard for me to think that someone would question a thoroughly tested essential oil that is all natural. Now, not all of them are, but that is all natural, but yet they won't question the ingredients inside a pill that they have been suggested, or prescribed. I also understand the cost behind it. So I understand that insurance will pay for medical prescriptions. But if you get these simple oil bottles, there's a lot of drops in those bottles. They go a long way. And if you can prevent from having to go to the doctor, having to get the prescription filled, having to put all those extra things into your child's body, I think it's well worth it. And if there is I would love to create a space for those opportunities. I have a struggle with the fact that insurance does not cover holistic remedies for people. And so if there is a mom out there who wants to try something holistic, please let me know. If the finances are an issue, I want to know. I know this is a huge issue, but if you're open to it and you just don't have the finances, because that has been so huge for us. I've always prayed that God would just provide for us through my husband's job so that I wouldn't have to turn away any type of care that I wanted to give our kids, because everything we do is out of pocket. So I am sensitive to that. I understand. But if you're open to it, I would love to find a way to, even the Circle Room, help provide that type of care for you. So I just want to throw it out there, things we do to prevent sickness and build up our immune systems. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you were able to take away a little bit of something from what this message said. And if you have any further questions, any details that you want to learn about this, even costs or how to best use it, or anything, just feel free to please reach out to me. I'd love to share. My passion is to use the things that I've learned to help you and prevent all the trial and error. And so I look forward to talking to you. Have a great day.